Y'all ready to blaze away or what?
Reina's reveal for Tekken 8 has to be one of the biggest reveals that Tekken has had in recent history. Bigger than Raven, bigger than Aquafina, and you know those two characters were trending. But Reina, so is she. When Reina was revealed, there was 47,000 people watching live on Twitch. This doesn't even count the people watching on YouTube or other streaming platforms. On Twitter, she was trending number 4 with Heihachi and also with Tekken. Then if you go down a little bit more, Mishima was also trending. Aquafina is trending number 25. Under that is Harada-san, trending number 28. This is just a big day for Tekken, and I like to really highlight that these are top 30 trending. This is not a small thing. This is a really big deal. This means that this has reached far beyond Tekken players, FGC players. This hit mainstream. When you see so many things trending like that, excellent. In this video, we're going to break it all down, from the reveals to the expedition matches to what comes next, because what comes next is what we all have been waiting for. But let's start off with this, the matches. Of course, it was very simple, right? Nobi won a couple, and then Knee, I think, beat Nobi, and then Knee faced up against Arslan Ash, and then from there, it was the Arslan Ash show. This guy was destroying everyone. I don't think he lost a single match at all. No one was able to defeat his Aquamarine. After he bodied Knee, and I mean absolutely destroyed Knee, he tweeted out just a bunch of laughing emojis all throughout the match itself. This guy is laughing, smirking. He's just having the best day ever. Meanwhile, Knee is just like, I wonder what Knee is saying. King J, if you're watching this, we need a in-depth review from Knee about what he was thinking in this moment, because man, what Arslan displayed in this moment is unreal. Now, there was a lot of people who responded to his tweet, saying it looked like this guy's playing the cracked beta. There was some rumors and allegations a couple of months ago. But regardless of all of the speculation, there was two things that Arslan said in this interview that I really love. Here's the clip.
I just don't like Heat a lot. Expect that part. I think Nina, Jun, Azucena, I think these are for me, it's very fun characters.
That simple part, I don't like Heat. I think that is so funny because Bandai Namco had all the content creators sign an agreement to say nothing bad about the game. Only nice things if you want to re-stream it. And then you have the best guy, the guy who just destroyed everyone, he gets up there and says, I don't like Heat. It's just funny, like they went to such great extents to have the game painted in the best light possible. But see, I don't know why they even did that anyways, because the game is fantastic. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing like that, period. So I just think that was funny how that happened, but it was kind of unnecessary in my personal opinion. But the part that I really like is when Arslan says this.
I have seen a lot of pro players taking too much pressure on themselves to prove I don't know what. But I think sometimes you have to chill, relax, and play for fun.
This is also something that I try to preach as well. A lot of people focus on being good at Tekken, being the best at Tekken, but I think that is a doomed way of playing the game. It's really better if you just try to have fun with the game, try to enjoy your experience, because if you really try to be the best, it's just not going to work. You really grow and flourish when you're having fun. At least I did. So I like that Arslan is also preaching that same type of thing. But now let's shift over to the reveals. What was revealed? Now, of course, they started off talking about the Tekken World Tour for Tekken 7. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. If you guys want to read the details, pause these screenshots, go to the website, and then do whatever. But focusing on Tekken 8, I was looking forward to the statistics and stuff that they had to say about the beta. Sadly, they did not go as much into detail as I would want it personally. I wanted more about statistics and stuff like that, because there was a lot of people complaining about Kazuya, and I wanted to see if they would show something to say like, hey, Kazuya is good, Kazuya is bad, Kazuya is this. But they didn't really do that. They more so just said all the platforms it was available on, the modes, the contents, the dates. They also talked a little bit about the Tekken Lounge and what each section will offer. The Tekken Dojo will be a practice mode, beach area will be Tekken Ball, and then the battle area, they did make some adjustments to this, because in the beta, a lot of people were confused about how the matchmaking worked. So they put lines on the ground to show you which arcade cabinets is grouped with which. And this is going to be a lot better now when you're trying to actually match up with people and fight alongside each other. This just shows that all of the feedback and stuff that we're given, they're listening. And that's important because it'll be different if we were saying something and they weren't listening. But the fact that they're listening and actively changing the game immediately, that's a good thing because it just shows how eager they are to make the game the best it can be. That's the whole point of an alpha, a test, a beta. They also talked about the rank system once again, and they're sinking their teeth in it. Best of 3, they are eliminating the infinite rematches. And in my personal opinion, I think that's a good decision. They said that they really want to focus on like really achieving your rank and being where you should be. There's a lot of different people saying, well, what about learning the matchup? And what about rank? Isn't about any of that. Rank is simply about being the best. They showed off some artwork. It's really cool. I want to make another video dissecting that and analyzing all of the true details in that, so stay tuned for that. But then after, they shifted their attention towards the reveal. Before the reveal, Heihachi said this to JDCR.
JDCR, I have one comment for you. Heihachi Mishima is completely dead.
Now, of course, everyone laughed. You can tell that this was planned. So whether or not Heihachi's return is inevitable, eventually, only time will tell. But it's not looking too good for him. Reina is definitely going to be his replacement as of now. Tekken 9 or maybe Tekken 10, who knows? But right now, it's the Reina Mishima show. Something that I was surprised by is her sort of connection to Jin Kazama. Heihachi doesn't really like any of them. He was looking for Jin Kazama in Tekken 7 to sort of finish him off, and the same thing for Kazuya Mishima. So the fact that Reina is kind of mirroring Jin in a lot of ways, calling him senpai and stuff like that, it's interesting to see where this character will actually fall in the lore, But now let's shift our attention to the tweets on Twitter. You have stuff from Michael Murray, the developers, players, everyone. Let's see what the people are saying. Well, first off, majority of people loved the reveal. Every single person, besides one, everyone loved it. And that is something that I really try to commend Tekken 8 on. We know in the past they had a very rocky history with creating new characters. So Lucky Chloe, even though I think Lars is cool personally, some people think he's too anime. Same thing with Alyssa. They had a rocky history, Gigas, Claudio, but in Tekken 8, they kind of really hit the hammer on the, however you say it, right? Victor, Reina, and Azuzina are all A pluses. Ikeda tweeted out, said, "Thank you to everyone who watched Tekken Talk. Thank you very much. We also released a 30-second character, Reina." One thing that's important about Ikeda, well, one, this person is a big part of Tekken 8, but this is also the person who is hand editing each and every trailer that we see. And this is important because we're going to be seeing a lot of trailers very, very soon. Now, the one person who did not like Reina is Speed Kicks. In a tweet, it says, "Reina's response is surprising. I thought she was corny, not gonna lie." Now, there was some people who was actually saying this during the live stream as she was being revealed. Harada was reading chat. So people were saying that the character is one-dimensional, right? I was kind of comparing her to Katarina, how Katarina is kind of just like a trash-talking kind of character, right? And I can see where they're coming from, but I do agree with Harada when he said that you gotta wait and see the story. Remember, these trailers is just a small glimpse of the character, and in my opinion, playing the game and playing all of these characters, I would say that the trailers doesn't accurately represent the game itself. The game is so much more expressive and fun and just more than the trailers. Now keep in mind, the trailers has came a very long way. If you think all the way back to Harang and stuff like that, they have gotten so much better, but I still think there's so much, like when you're playing the game, it's a different experience. For those of you who played either the alpha, the beta, or the cracked, you know what I mean when I say the game is really fun. All 32 characters are officially revealed. No more is coming. Yes, you do have DLC 4 characters that's already confirmed for Season Pass 1, and there's already players who are throwing their ideas out for who those characters will be. That's another discussion we'll have in the future. But something else that I do want to highlight, and this is something that is confirmed on many different occasions. Michael Murray said it, Ikeda said it. but weekly trailers will be happening now, is the way Michael Murray described it. Now. So I wouldn't be surprised if like in a couple of days, one of these 11 characters drop. Pay attention to the order because I think this is exactly how it may flow. So much exciting stuff happening all at once for Tekken, and this is going to continue snowball into the Game Awards, which so far Tekken isn't confirmed to be there, but I think they should and probably will be there because we still need a official launch trailer and also a story mode trailer. Their presence definitely needs to be felt at the Game Awards because if you go back to how it's trending, it's a pretty big moment, and I think it can only help the game to be there. And also